5 steps to better photos. 5 steps for better photography. 5 steps to improve your photography. That's what we're going to do today. That's the plan. Good morning, hello and welcome. And we're still at the cabin. You can see the van's behind me. I managed to park the van, and if we're interested, I'm going to be doing this little cabin exploration every year, I think, at least once, because it's a cracking little location. Got enough room to park the vans, a couple of cars, and this is how close we are to the mountains. We really are right in the middle of it all, so this is definitely a plan. So I'm trying to get them all up. We've not done sunrise this morning. Anthony did. He got up and went out for a sunrise. God knows how he's still alive. I managed to talk him into coming out for a couple of hours now, but we're heading down to Clindinas, and we're going to go up onto the top of the little mini mountain, looking over the beautiful scenery of Snowdon itself. You can see Molshabod, you can see Snowdon Range, you can see everything from up there. It's really, really pretty with the lake of Clindinas in the bottom corner. So that's the plan. If you want to come with us and have a look, then join us. And we get somebody here's taking the mick out of me. Look at him. Who does he think he is? So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to get going. Just about got motivated enough to move. We should have done some stretching really last night. We did somewhere in the region about 30,000 steps, and not a pretty bad day at all. So yeah, come on, let's go. So the journey has begun. We were lucky enough to find a car park, parking places for a couple of cars. Steve's joined us as well, Mr. Hargrave. He's got his own little channel. Yeah, I'm going to take him up onto the top of the little hill, which is that one just there. Not the biggest of hills, but enough to get the legs working, the sweat up, and to get a good view. So that's the plan this morning. Not a very big one, but it's pretty. It's funny because you've got signs everywhere for no camping. Unless you want to swim. Camping down here. If they're causing no harm, I don't see the problem with it. We've got lots of enthusiasm behind. They're all talking and wildly happy, aren't you?
Yes.
They're not. They're tired. But yeah, that's what we're doing, and we're just about to start climbing now. Definitely tired them out yesterday. They're waiting down there on the pathway, getting their breath. I say this isn't a bad little hill. Nice, gentle little steps, but it does take it out of you a little bit. Maybe I'm just a tad more ready for it than they are. But yeah, it's look at them, bless them. They're all looking up here thinking, what am I doing? Come on, boys. One thing I've definitely come to realise is, while I was driving over here, is this time of the year, end of Maybank Holiday, is a bad time for being out. Not only is it early mornings, late nights for the good stuff, car parking is horrendous. There is so many people out early. Yesterday morning we started at 4 o'clock. The car parks are nearly full. So it's just a reminder, if you want to do this stuff, do it out of season, like we normally do. But yeah, it's a bit of a reminder that this is not the time of year to come out and play. 5 steps to better photos. 5 steps for better photography. 5 steps to improve your photography. So my first step, my first thing for you for becoming a better photographer or improving your photography, not necessarily a better photographer. The first one is exercise. Do a little bit of exercise. I get on a exercise bike and a rowing machine, but most particularly the exercise bike. I get my heart rate up. Now I am knackered coming up this hill. I am sweating. I am really unfit, in all fairness. But the other guys are right down the bottom there. And I know we both went out for a walk yesterday. We all did 30,000 steps. But the difference that I can do this a little bit more than they can must mean that that exercise bike that I do 4 times a week religiously pays off. So my first thing is a little bit of exercise. Get those legs working, walk up and down your staircase at home if you live in a house with stairs. I live in a bungalow, so I don't. But yeah, exercise is the key for being able to get to some of these locations that we can't necessarily do. And like I say, this really does identify the difference for people that are used to this and not used to this. And I'm not saying they're unfit, it's just I know they're not used to doing this as much as me. Okay, my next tip, which is, or my next one for being a better photographer or getting a better photograph, is be the first one at the top. You've got all of this to choose, okay? So if you're the first one at the top, which relates to the first one, the fitness one, if you can be the first one at the top, then you've got a better chance of getting in a better position to get the better photograph. Makes sense really, doesn't it? But yeah, it's just a simple little thing. If you can manage it, if you can do it, if you can be the first one at the top. Now that does mean getting up earlier, getting out earlier, parking up sooner, and being the first one out. I'm in a group. I'm sort of joking and jesting. This is fun. This is a fun video. So by being up early, I mean we're out early. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, but at this time of the year, Bank Holiday, May, sunrise started at 4 o'clock. So if you can be up early, if you can be out early, if you can be the first one on the top of the hill, the first one at the location, the first one at the bunker, the first one on the beach.
Top yet, big man?
Yeah, I'm pretty much at the top. Yeah, if you can be the first one, then you've got better priority, better chance. Take your time, little steps, long breaths. Yeah, just being the first one there. Obvious, really. Remember I said about being first to the top? I was the first one up here, but 3 of them have caught up with me, so now they're already up the top bit while I'm waiting for the others to make sure they know how to turn left off of this pathway and don't walk past us, because you never find us if they keep going. Right, so number three sort of relates to number 2. If you can't be the first one up here, then get in front of everyone else. So don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Get your tripod out, set it up, and take responsibility for your position. Get in there, get it sorted. Do what? Ignore what they're saying. Just get your tripod out and get your photo done. That's all I'm saying. I've done it so many times where I plonk my tripod in front of somebody else. Get your photograph, but when you do, get out the bloody way. Let someone else have a go. Number 4, let's go for number 4. Messed around earlier on about getting a tripod in front of everyone else. Yeah, I'm half joking and I'm half being serious. I've been in many situations where I've turned up, there's some people around. Ask them, can I just take a picture? Can I step in front of you? Can I set my tripod up? Can I get the shot and then move out of the way? 9 times out of 10 it's fine. There's even been occasions where someone said to me, that's great, put your tripod next to mine if you want. And I've had my camera virtually rubbing side by side, you know, grip to grip. So yeah, it's not a problem. Put your tripod in. When it becomes a problem is when, like I was in Prague and I put my camera on a tripod. I've been on a tripod for half an hour and a group of people turned up and the whole group stood in front of me. I went ape on them, and I actually went and stood in front of them and set mine up, really just to annoy them and wind them up. And it was just one of those moments where it was so ignorant and they didn't need to do it. But yeah, this is another tip. This is another one in improving your photography. Try and think out the box. Everyone was stood at the top there. Everyone's quite happy doing what they're doing, taking their pictures up there. But me, I want to try and find more, try and find extra. So I got down low, used the grasses in the foreground, trying to add something to the image. Then I had a look at these little trees, which are over this side, trying to get close to them. And I suggested maybe using them as foreground just to add something to the depth of the image. And then of course we've got this beautiful dead tree here, which used to be on its own. We've now got new growth around it, so it's not as good, but it stands out amongst everything. So I've come down lower, I've actually made my way down, I've used my wit and my stupidity, if you want, to get myself into positions. And I do that quite often. I get myself in positions where not everyone would normally go, and I'm not recommending it, but it's just what I do. And it gives me that slight opportunity to grab something a little bit different. But yeah, just think out the box, take that extra step, stand closer to the edge without, well, you know, with safety in mind at all times. And yeah, that's my tip number 4 for just improving, getting out there and making a better photograph. moving up the hill a little bit now, taking them up a bit higher after we've done those few shots where we are. We just come to this little house thing, this little hut, which is quite nice. And I think with the side light on it, and it's very brown looking, it's got like a bronzy colour to it, so the stone around is a lot different than like Denarwood Quarry, which is very grey. And I think it's copper, isn't it? Because we're near the copper mine, so this is copper in the rocks. So I'm going to move up onto this little bank just here, and then we're going to get a shot facing back. This is not how to improve, this is just the shot to add to the photo, to the video. Are we on 4 or 5? I'm not sure what I'm on, but looking for something different. Look at these patterns, the colours in these rocks. Look at all of what's going on around. We're in a copper mine. Look at these boulders and stuff. So finding something different is another way of improving or getting a better better photograph. Just looking and trying to take that's not the normal and the obvious. Go for, say, the rocks and the coloured copper rocks and stuff like that. Look for something different, something strange, something weird, and just take a picture of it. It may just work. My final way of improving your photography, getting better shots, getting better photographs, is set yourself a challenge, set yourself a goal. The top of this hill was it, and we're on it. And you're rewarded with this absolutely stunning, amazing view. Now ideally, I need to make my way to the top of that one because I've never been up on that one. And maybe that's my little challenge for me today, is just to finish off on the top of that hill there. But if you want to improve your photography, you've got to have these little goals. Go out somewhere, start off somewhere, look into the distance, look into your future and think, I want to get up there at some point, someday, someone, somehow, and then strive and move towards getting it. I know it's been a bit of a joke, a bit of a laugh, a bit of me taking the mick out of these guys today, but that's what it's about. I get my photography because I put myself out there. I do put myself through some pain sometimes, leg work, heart rate, lungs, you name it, I do it. And I also take a little bit of a risk as well, don't I? Like I say, I get myself in a few positions that, I mean, look at Anthony. Anthony's sort of on the edge there, but he's safely on the edge. He's not in a position he's going to drop off the edge, but he's in a position where not many would probably go because they don't like heights and stuff like that. So by being in these positions, it gives you the opportunity to get those extra photographs that you wouldn't normally get. And you don't need a good camera, you don't need the best equipment, you just need to be there at the time to do it. And that's it. Simple ways to improve. And I know it's been a bit of a joke, a bit of a laugh, me taking the mick out of the guys, but yeah, it's fun. At the end of the day, you've got to enjoy your photography, haven't you? And that is the main thing. So I'm going to get some photographs done. So you know what I said about going up onto the top of that bit that I haven't been to? This is it. This is it. And I've actually come over the fence because this little bit I'm standing on is higher than the bit the other side of the fence, and I wanted to be up higher and I wanted to be on the top. And I do feel like you're on top of the world when you get to somewhere like this. And this isn't the hardest of walks, it's not by any chance. We've got the sea right out there. You can see out to the sea that way. You've got all these beautiful mountains around us. You can't see Anglesey, but that'll be down in that gap there somewhere. You've got Snowdon Peak summiting above everything over there. We've got Mole Shabods down there, Clyndinas and the lads down on this hill in front of us, and they look so cool down on that hill. But the shot from here is absolutely fantastic, and I've been using a wide angle lens. Who cares? I don't care. I know everyone says use these intimate shots, get the longer lenses out and stuff like that. The wide angle lens just blows everything out and makes everything look small. I don't care. Got this magical leading line of this fence, all this rocks and scenery going on in front of me, which I want to take in. I want it in the image. And then Snowdon might be a little dot in the background, but I know it's there, and all this scene just makes an amazing photograph. Really, really cool, really happy. And yeah, a job well done, I think. So, steered off my path a little bit of my ways to improve photography. This is another one, maybe a way to improve. Look, I've stepped over the fence to get the fence leading from one side to the other instead of the other side to the other, if you know what I mean. Who cares? Right, I'm going to shut up for a bit, take a few more pictures, and I'm going to check out in a moment. So the photography is now done. We are making our way back down the hill. I've actually gave them the option. We had two options of going back the way we came, or come down the way I came in a previous video some moons ago when I walked down. It was almost like walking down the river, trying to follow a path that I didn't even know could see, to be honest. And we're walking down towards the copper mine, which is down in front, down over there. And it's a lot easier this time of year to get down this path because I can see the path, and all the overgrown ferns are not actually out yet. They're only just starting to get established. So it does make it more of a path and easier. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I know this has been a bit of a goofy video, a bit silly and a bit daft. But yeah, I do try and take things seriously sometimes. And yeah, like I said before as well, if you want to join us for any of these adventures, do give us a shout. We can organise something. Put your name down for a group one, or you know, whatever it is I'm doing when I'm doing them. And until next time, ciao for now. See you soon. And don't remember them tips. Or don't remember them tips. Yeah, don't remember them tips. That's probably the best way, because they're a load of rubbish. See you soon, guys. Ta-da. Bye-bye.